What's going on, Apollonauts, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going over one of my favorite decks to play in Master Duel, and I call it a high gamble Lightsworn tier. So, with this deck, there's so much going on, it's so hard to stop. In fact, there's only 3 hard counters to this deck, and that is anything that banishes, Maxi, and Rivalry of Warlords are pretty much the only thing that kind of hurt this deck. So, starting from the first card that you see, which you might be like, what is that? Well, with this card, it's a level 2 tuner, and it's so easy to get out, and its summon is an inherent summon, which means it doesn't start a chain. So if you bring out like a wolf, if you mill a wolf, you can special summon this. Inherently, that does not start a chain, and then you can either start linking, or you can just use it as a body. Or what I like to do, if I open up King Sarcophagus, I like to get a horse on board. If I have this in hand, I'm going to special summon this after just one horse, make a Barone, kind of help me against, being nibbed, which nib honestly doesn't hurt that much in this deck, unless they hit you at the right time after everything's built. But by then, you have Rukalos, you'll have Apollosa. It's a very good card to have in this deck. You don't want to play more than one, because if, for some reason in 60 card builds, it's so easy to open up with the 3 ofs that you don't really need, and this can be one of those situations. Then of course we got the standard stuff. We got 3 wolves. It's the best thing to mill in this deck. We got 3 dragon links. We're playing 3 Weiss, because this is what is going to mill those bricks in your hand. And I know a lot of you are probably wondering how come I'm playing, the monk. Well, because we want to make sure we got names in there to get this on field. Now I am playing card distraction, because sometimes if you open this up and you get Maxied, this can be a savior for sure. And then we're playing Zephyros, the Elite. This card is amazing, because you have 3 continuous spells in this deck that is pretty easy to get to. And with this, you return 1 face-up card you control to the hand, and you get to special summon it from your graveyard. Which you can do that with also Judgment Dragon, because Judgment Dragon, if you return it to the hand, you can just special summon it again. So this card's amazing for building rank 4s, for going into high link monsters. And then the rest of the deck is pretty standard. We are playing 1 Fenrir because we want to be able to search Tearlaments Kashtira. We do have the field spell for that as well. So yeah, this deck does seem pretty standard, but there's a lot of little key pieces that I just do different. Like we're playing Barone. A lot of Tearlaments Lightsworn decks are not playing a Lightman Dragon. This deck is amazing because a lot of the times when you can get this on field, you're already going to have this on field. When you have this on field, your Lightsworn monsters can't be banished. So, with this, I'm just saying, it's kind of crazy if you can cook it off. It's kind of crazy. And yes, this is my Master Duel ID. Go ahead and follow me, guys, if you want. I like to play with people, so, go follow me. We're going to check out a few replays, because I decided to just record these replays instead of doing them live. Just because I'm still, not really too keen on, recording Master Duel content. It's only my 2nd time. So, let's go watch the first match and see what goes on. This deck is crazy because you can do so much with it, even if you get Ashed, if you get Imperm, if you get Drolled, there's still so much you can do with it. So, right off rip, we're going to activate Charge of the Light Brigade. Bam, and we got some amazing mills, although it's not going to count as being sent to the graveyard by card effect. They're in the grave. So now we get that, and we get Reinhardt. We get Wolf and Reinhardt. So if they Ash or Imperm Reinhardt, we can still pop off with the XEs. Or we can go into Minerva, the Synchro version. But it looks like that's not going to happen. They don't have anything to respond. Unfortunately, that's going to be a bit tough for them. Now, if they had nib, the smartest thing to do would be to nib me here and hope that I don't get nothing on those 8 mills. But it looks like they're not going to do that. I mean, even if they did, we'd still have Foolish Burial. So that's a good one to have, especially seeing it in your opening hand. Now I do make a misplay here. You guys will probably see it. It's a pretty bad misplay, but all is well that ends well. So we're going to make Minerva, and we're going to send 2 cards. Oh, okay. My bad. I'm jumping ahead. Okay, here's the misplay. I activate Weiss and the Archer. I didn't have to activate Weiss because I only had room for one monster. So I kind of misplayed because now I can't use it again, but I don't think it's going to matter too much because you'll see why. This deck is just so amazing. You just keep hitting those wolves and you just keep milling. And now we got Appaloosa on field. So we're pretty much saying no to our opponent. Then we get Judgment Dragon. And watch this. This is why I love Zephyros. When I return Judgment Dragon, get Zephyros, then get Judgment Dragon again. We're going to leak off into IP. And this is kind of where they give up. So now we're going up against the Exodia deck, the Millennium deck. And as you can see, we got some good stuff. We got a great hand. We're trying to bait out to see if they have an Ash Blossom. We gotta have the Judgment Dragon in hand. So now we're gonna get Birth. Oh, they do have an Imperm. But I feel like they should have saved that for the start of their turn because the board we're going to build is massive. There's no way that they could have known that, but using it on Unicorn is kind of weird. Especially when I have 6 other cards in my hand. So now we're going to go to Zombie Vampire. Very standard if you're playing the Horus package. We're going to mill. Then we're going to bring out Rhino Heart. And that's why you should have saved. They should have saved the Infern. So we're just doing some standard stuff. We're going through our tier line, trying to get Rukalos on the field, and it looks like everything's going to go through pretty solid. And again, that's what I love about this deck. There's so much you can do, even if you get interrupted. Like they could have Ghost Ogred. They could have Ghost Spelled, but we're just, even if they did, we can just play right through it, and we can just keep making a board. We got some decent mills. Now, personally, I think I should have put Grief in this build, just because it would have been very helpful, but I do like having Heartbeat, especially going up against these decks that want to drop Defissure. It's a very good card to have. Oh, I don't think you can use that if they have Defissure. But for other cards like Goes and Match or Warlords, it's good to have. And as you can see, this deck has no breaks. Like, it's very easy to brick. I have bricked so many times opening up 3 wolves and no way to mill any cards. So, I feel like that's just a typical trope of a 60 card deck. You know, the laws of physics say that you shouldn't open up 3 ofs more than a 40 card deck, but you just do. You just do. And see, we are stacked. Okay, so they got rid of Rhinoheart. Not really sure why, but you know, hey, more power to you, I guess. So I'm gonna take the Wedgie Temple just so I can see them pay more life points to try to get to. Oh, they hit us with the talents. They hit us with talents. They took Appaloosa. That is okay. You know, opening up or being able to get to that card is it's very crucial. I'm like so into this. It's kind of hard to like do commentary and watch. I'm just like, wow, there's so much stuff going on. This is what it feels like when you play this deck. There's just so much you can do. you can get around so many obstacles. And since I didn't have room on my field, it couldn't return to me. Oh yeah, it's like that. We're going back into Appaloosa. Just 2 negates, but that should be all that matters. We'll tribute this to destroy that face down. Hopefully it's not anything crazy, and they're cooked. Alright, let's see how this deck stacks up against Labyrinth. Alright, so really, we kind of opened up. You would think this hand's not as good, but really it's decent. It's more decent than not. So we're going to mill. We got like a crazy mill just right now. We had a crazy mill right now. So we're going to go into our XCs, the Exalted. Now with this, if I end up milling a Tearlaments name, it is considered sending by card effect, or sent by card effect. So now we're going to add Wolf, or not Wolf, we're going to add Judgment Dragon. Sometimes you can add Punishment Dragon. It just depends on, you know, what your game style is. I like using Judgment Dragon. It's a lot easier to get to, and if you have 4 in name, and if you want to go into Zombie Vampire with like a, you know, that one Horus monster you got, then adding Judgment Dragon to me is just more beneficial, because it's easier to get that on the field and have Punishment Dragon in the grave for Enlightenment Dragon. But yeah, we're just popping off right now, guys. Appaloosa. And we're not done. And there it is. We hit Shireen, so we're just popping off now. And again, they quit. Now, it may be because these turns are taking forever, but now let's check out how this deck does against Yubel. Now, I know a lot of these are just people surrendering, like on turn 1, because either I'm just taking too long or I have a board that their hand just can't compete with. But either way, I'm showing you how the deck functions and what you can do with this deck. And I will say, like, when I saved these replays, there was only one time in between like these 5 and 6 replays where I did lose. It's just because I got hit with Maxi and then D-Shifter, and that hurt so bad. So we're going to go into the Exalted. We're going to try to get some mills. If we don't mill anything, we have a few cards in our hand to kind of help with that. So they hit us with the Emperor. I mean, that was smart, because that was, you know, it's not like we have 6 cards in hand. They don't know what we could have. We're playing 60 cards, so we could have all bricks. So that was pretty smart. But unfortunately for them, we are going to go deep. And we're on God, we are milling. We are milling. And see, what a lot of people don't know is, yes, you can, I feel like a lot of people don't realize they can special summon a monster from their opponent's graveyard, not just look through them. But yeah, I like to take stuff out of their graveyard, so either they can't use it, or I can use it if I need the card. But getting that Fiendsmith Engraver, a Light Fiend, with the other light monsters on field, we were able to go into Curious, and now we can go into our tier plays. And in my opinion, this is the best way to play Lightsworn. You have to have another engine. You have to have a tier engine, or at least a Horus engine. I mean, it's better if you have all 3 tier Horus Lightsworn. I think this is the best way to play tier elements, and it's the best way to play Lightsworn. So now we hit the mill. We're doing the mill 8 combo. Let's see what we get. So we got some good mills. We got some good mills. Yeah, and this guy's probably just like, oh my god, this guy's taking forever. So we're going to banish all those. Now, the reason why I had to do that is because you'll see. I had to have room on the board, I mean. Now I was thinking about adding like number 106 just because it's a negate and I can easily make a rank 4. But there's, just not a lot of room. So of course, you gotta have IP. That way, in case I mess up. I see, now this was very crucial because they could have went into a lot of shenanigans with just those 3 cards in their graveyard. So they're going to activate Fualos. I'm not sure why, but they quit after that. Now let's check this out. I think this time I went second, which is, going second with this deck. It's not the hardest thing, but if they end up making like a crazy board, you just cook. Now let me know if you guys want me to do this again, but with like live footage, because this time I thought it'd be easier to save replays and then commentate over them. But if you guys want live footage and like actually to see me play, I can do that too. But it's just that if you do that, you gotta like have 4 or 5 good matches in a row. Otherwise, I'm just going to be recording a whole bunch of Master Duel. And it's going to I'm not going to have any space left on my devices. So this time we're going up against Goblin Bikers. And yeah, this one can get kind of crazy. Goblin Bikers, if you don't know what they do, you're going to lose. But we have enough to cook with. And honestly, just activating that grass is greener is, just watch. The craziest mills, they are cooked. And I think I tried to do this just to get them to bait out one of those effects. No, I'm not sure what's going on with the, frames per second. So they're going to destroy them, and they kind of had to because I baited out that effect. But it's okay because we're still going to cook. We got Judgment Dragon. Let's just blow up that field. Okay. See, Goblin Bikers, they can cook. They're kind of like a more gas than break kind of deck. Oh, alright, so we got that. We're going to get rid of the Zephyros. And now with Zephyros, we can bounce the screen back to hand and then just reactivate it. Really, we don't even need to reactivate it if we already used the effect. But yeah, we're just cooking right now. I think they used up everything they had on their field. And that was just the craziest mill. The craziest. So going second against Goblin Bikers, we were kind of able to work our way through all of their shenanigans and interruptions and just build from there. And it seems kind of weird, like I would have just left at this point, but maybe he wants to get those gems. But you know what, guys, let's get a live game going. Maybe I don't look stupid. Maybe they don't make me look totally ridiculous playing this, because it's very fun through Platinum. Through Diamond it gets tough. It really does get tough. Let's see what we can get. Not bad at all. So the first thing, I want to see if they have an Ash Blossom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait that, because they know what this does. They might not know what Weiss does. So I feel like if they had an Ash, they'll Ash all. They hit Max C. Crazy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set that and pass. Yo, Maxi is crazy against his deck. And they're just in there thinking, like, oh, come on, bro. Oh, they're playing Tenpai. Hey, I never said this deck was, like, the best deck, unbeatable. Never said that. I never said that. But hey, let's go again. Let us get first. Let's win that die roll, baby. But yeah, let's see if we can avoid getting Maxed. Literally, that D-Shifter and Floodgates are the only things that kind of hurt this deck. You can kind of hurt yourself by, like, you know, like bricking. But in this case, we did no such thing. So we're going to get Birth. Okay, I guess we'll take that. Alright, let's try again. And then let's see if we can keep cooking. Let's see. Yeah, so guys, I know this is kind of my second time only doing this type of content, so I know there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing that may be like weird or different, or I'm not doing a specific kind of thing that should be. So if you got any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to get them. You know, I'd love to get feedback to help me, you know, be able to do this type of content a lot better. And as you can see, we may have a good hand if we were going first. But going second, we have no board breakers. This deck really doesn't have board breakers. You kind of just hope that you can outgas the board your opponent builds if you go second. And it looks like they are going to be paying, so maybe they won't have an 8,000 Exodia monster on field. Please, bro. His name is Please, Bro. Oh my god, no way. So, like, that's one thing I don't understand. Like, why not just go into your shield? That way you can get your Exodia and you won't lose that much life points. What? What? Was not expecting that. You know, let me just shut up. Let me just shut up. Let's watch them cook. Block draw. No shot. This guy's gonna. Of course. Now he got Apollosa, and he's going to get 3 rock monsters. Does he have a normal? Oh, he has a normal summon. Oh, goodness. But he's down to 2,000 life points, so... Alright, bro, come on. What are you doing? I don't know, maybe he's making a YouTube video as well. Who knows? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He got strike. Oh, that's not Gigantes. Huh. You can activate non-Earth monster effect for the rest of the turn. Also add 1 Earth fairy monster from deck to hand. So what is he doing exactly? I know he's cooking. I just don't know what. No, if I just nibbed him, he'd be, you know, he'd be done. But I don't have nib, I don't have hand traps in his deck. Really, you don't even play Maxi because you don't need to draw, you need to mill. But he has, I forgot what this does, it's some sort of, Here's Black Dragon. Oh my goodness. But he's like stuck into only activating Earth monster effects. So I don't think he can like get Boar load. Oh god, this is going to be crazy. Like, who am I playing? Am I playing like Farfa? But yeah, that please bro name is crazy. No shot. I mean, at that point I gotta surrender. There's nothing I can do. That's crazy. He hit me with the statue. Alright. One more game, and you know, let's see. Let's see what we can do. I love Tenpai. They got Ray, so maybe it's Tenpai, maybe it's Sky Striker, maybe it's both. Maybe we get cooked, maybe we do the cooking. But let's find out. 60 cards? Ain't no way. Okay. Alright, so it seems like we have some stuff that we can cook with. So let's add Weiss to the hand. Ooh. We are adding Weiss for sure, but also Charge of Light Brigade doesn't send for effect, but the other one does send for effect. So what we'll do is we'll activate this, and we'll send the Archer, and it's going to special summon, mandatory. Good thing it's not a when, it's if, but it's a mandatory if. Oh wow, it's crazy. Anyway, let's see. You know, I kind of want to send another one just to get some plays off, but I need to send Shireen. I was gonna say, if they had like Magma in hand, it would have been GG's. By the way, guys, I'm doing this on 2 phones. I don't know if you noticed this. It's not a computer. Like, I'm starting from the bottom, for real. So we're not going to add it, we're going to dump it. We want to see what we can mill. Okay. Not bad. So we're going to send that to special summon that. Oh, you know what? I could have got Rhino Heart. That way I can mill 5 and still send what I need to. That's okay. Alright, so there's a few things going on here. We got some mandatory effects to activate. So let's see. So I think we're going to do this. We're going to hit the Zephyros, return this to hand, just because we can get it back on field pretty easily. Now we got 2 tuners and 2 level 4s. Then we're going to go ahead and activate this. We're going to send that one. Alright, so let's go into, for the Synchro Minerva, you want to have 2 Lightsworn monsters, if you can help it. So for this one, it really doesn't matter. Nothing. Okay, so let's go into the big Minerva. And we're going to send 2. Send Dragon Root. We're going to send another one, of course. Let's send another Wolf. Why not? And this is going to get Judgment Dragon, so we can go into Zombie Vampire for sure. Get Wolf on board. Boom. I mean, we can get Curious. Probably be a lot better. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And I think it's Havnus. Okay. Let's see, what do we want to special summon? Probably something we can, if this is special summon, we can send. Okay, we'll do that. Send another wolf. And let's see, we can go into quite a different bit of things here. Just to get oh boy out of the way. We're going to boom. Banish Lightsworn. Don't need that thing popping us. And then I think we'll go into 1, 2, 3. Apollosa. This guy's probably like, oh, they're taking forever. And like, I get it. I do get it. You know what? Let's 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's fine. So we're gonna send 4 cards from the top of our deck. Of course, they weren't really anything. I think we're just gonna set that and pass. Centurion. This might be a bad matchup. So of course we have to hit that. Ooh. So they pitched today, so I'm sorry, big dog. You pitched the same card that you were planning on using. I feel so bad, but I mean, if it's there, it's there. Alright guys, so that was that for this video. I know it's not like I'm not like super good at doing these videos yet because this is only my second one. Like pack openings, sure. This is a little bit more difficult because like there's less chance that I can edit certain stuff, so I gotta be careful what I say. Gotta, you know, I'll get better at it, but let me know down in the comments if there's anything that I could have done or that I can do next time to make this a little more entertaining or to get better at it. And guys, just in case you didn't think there was a giveaway, there is a giveaway. There will be a $25 TCG Player gift card or PayPal, depending on where you live if you can't get TCG Player. So all you gotta do is like this video, let me know down in the comments what you thought about the video, and be sub to the channel. And as always guys, have fun dueling, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.